this point, let's bring in Kim Forrest, founder and chief investment officer at Bokeh Capital Partners, to pour over the numbers with us here, Kim. So what's jumping out to you so far from some of those results from Amazon?
Well, a couple of things. I think that I'm not sure, that that's a miss, really, on the AWS numbers. It's a slight miss, but looking at its biggest foe, which is Microsoft, Microsoft handily beat what people had expected of their cloud computing, which is called Azure. So, that could be a slight negative for Amazon. It looks like, though, that they're widening the guidance for the next quarter and bringing it a little lower. And I think that's really interesting because we've been looking for not necessarily a recession, but a little softness in the economy. So maybe this is the beginning of that, although I guess these are worldwide numbers, not just necessarily U.S. numbers.
Yeah, and you know what? There's another expectation here for the first quarter, so a forecast. Operating income range of $8 billion to $12 billion, and the estimate was $9 billion. So I'm seeing a line cross here that if you're looking at the midpoint there, that would be a beat, a midpoint of that range. And we are seeing the shares gaining in after-hours trading. So it's kind of interesting to try to wrap your head around some of these and try to figure out just how investors are going to react because, like you mentioned, when we saw Microsoft's results, as a result of that, investors didn't seem particularly impressed on that day. But, when you're thinking big picture when it comes to Amazon, what are some of the big themes that you're thinking of?
Sure. Well, it's the whole, they've built this massive structure of infrastructure, warehouses and last mile delivery. And it looks like that big bet has paid off for the company. So that is a win for it for, looking back a ways. They don't seem to have any of those kind of transformational spending CapEx packages on on the docket. I mean, we'll see after the call, but it looks like they are just going to get down and execute. And maybe this is the Amazon that the rest of the investing public has been looking for, as opposed to the big dreaming, big building, never caring if they ever make money kind of Amazon.
When you're thinking about these tech companies as well right now, Kim, AI, it just seems to be the thing that everyone is talking about always. Do you think that we're going to be getting some more tangible ideas of how, it's working, how it's paying off for some of these companies in this quarter? Or do you think we're going to have to wait even longer?
Oh, I think the payback for AI and the rollout of AI is going to take at least 3 to 5 years. But any kind of little win, and if you're a logistics company, AI should be able to help you. And that's what Amazon is at a certain point, right? Getting the stuff to where it's ordered. So that's logistics. And I think that they are going to be able to make some wins in that. I don't know that we're going to have something that's akin to ChatGPT that tells us what to buy, although God knows that Amazon would probably really love that. But I think that they can, being such a data-driven company, be able to turn on some AI projects that are productivity enhancing.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting, too, in just sort of these big picture, when you sort of step back and look at, what's going on. You had noted on the advertising side of things, Kim, this year, that it could actually be a good year because of the election in the U.S., and I hadn't thought about that.
Right. Well, I don't know that would play. Well, maybe it would. I don't know if if Amazon Prime Video would, have commercials and sell
Sure.
to the political ads. But certainly anybody else who is, I don't know, a social media platform, they are definitely going to be getting a whole lot more dollars. And it certainly does show up in the publicly owned television station networks, especially local network owned properties get a ton of ad spending, and they're not bargaining. They want certain slots and they'll pay for it. So these are great dollars to advertising platforms.
We're also going to be talking about Apple a little bit later when its results are coming out, Kim, and I just wonder what you'll be watching out for with Apple in particular, because, you know, there have been some concerns about iPhone sales and whether the growth there could be slowing. What are you thinking when you're thinking about Apple these days?
Sure. I think China has been a great contributor to the growth of Apple probably in the last 5 years, as the developed world has kind of, well, you know, we all have Apple now, or a lot of us have Apple, so they're not necessarily going after market share in the developed world, but in the developing world, they certainly are. And I would expect there's going to be commentary on China. China has also had some homegrown Android phones that have become popular for both political reasons, and they're just better phones than they had been. So that could be eating market share in China. But I'd also expect them to talk about expansion or selling in India as well, because that kind of is the next area that has a large population that could be the next China, where iPhones are considered.